It's been a while since I've done an unboxing on this channel, so I'm really excited today to open Biomutant for you guys. I got this for the PlayStation 4. This is the official Biomutant Collector Edition, which includes a high detail hero figurine. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up, but before I do, I would love for you guys to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate your support. This was an oopsie. I paid $40 for this, thanks Amazon. Every so often, Amazon seems to get the pricing wrong, and for whatever reason, they typically honor it. So this game was announced forever and a day ago, and I played it at E3 2019. I liked it. My biggest complaint with it was actually not the game. It was that at THQ Nordic's booth, they used wired Power A controllers, which are like these Brand X controllers that I am not a big fan of. They were Xbox variants. They were clearly the official conference controller. So imagine going over to your buddy's house and playing a game there. Imagine that controller being used for like the last 5 years by like a billion different people. It was not a good experience. I had a lot of controller lag and controller drift. The buttons, it was not a good experience playing it, but it was a beautiful looking game. So super excited to get this. It's out now. I'm seeing it's got so-so reviews on Metacritic, but considering I paid $40 for what should be a $100 plus box, I am not going to complain. So top half of the box. Go ahead and open this up. And inside is, okay, not a whole lot. It looks like just the actual figure, which I'm going to go ahead and pull out and make a ton of noise. We'll look at that in a second. We usually look at those last here. Looks like we have, and I don't even know what's in this. I want to point this out. I forgot about this game. Honestly, when I bought this, my wife was like, hey, there's a price error right now on Amazon. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, sure, get it. We bought it, totally forgot about it for seemingly ever. And then about a week ago, Amazon updated my tracking information and I got this thing and I was like, oh. The only thing I know is I'm happy to report it does run at 60 frames a second on PlayStation 5, which I'm really happy about. So that's really, really cool. That's all I know. It looks like we have, oh, okay, this is interesting. It's upside down. Round 2. This is like a, kind of like a wall scroll of the actual cover art of the game. It's a cloth material. It's just got the cover, the title basically, and of the box, and really no way to hang it up though. A lot of times with wall scrolls, they'll put a plastic piece over the top, or they'll give you some sort of hooks or something. I'm not really sure how you would display this. Now, I do have a railing going up to the second story of our home that I do plan to put different wall scrolls on and hang them from. The Ghost of Tsushima banner is one of them, and maybe I'll find room for that. We'll have to wait and see what else is included. Here is a code for the special pre-order class known as the Mercenary. So there is, can you see the Mercenary? There's the Mercenary. All right, cool. We also have a copy of the game, which is the PlayStation 4 branding, which matches the box. Nothing special about the game case or anything like that. There's no steelbook in the box, just the game. We also have the Biomutant soundtrack, which I love soundtracks. Hopefully this one is a winner. I may report back later when I do a review on this game. It's going to be a while. It's in queue right now. I'm finishing up the Call of Duty Action Heroes, then I'm working my way through Returnal, working my way through Resident Evil 8 Village, and then eventually I'll get into Biomutant. But it's a 16-track CD, which includes such notable cuts as Good Cult, Bad Cult, Jungle Trees, Good Ending, Bad Ending in the End. But it comes in a nice little case. The CD's got some nice marking on it as well. So not going to complain. And then that's it for the actual box other than the statue here, which I'm going to have to make a little bit of noise for. So you're going to have to bear with me. They did a good job of packing it. The way it was boxed was okay. That's something that I've been really critical about, as you guys know, my infamous Destiny 2 Ghost Edition story, where I waited so long to get this thing and my box was absolutely destroyed. Seems like they do a good job now of kind of packing these things up, which is good. I gotta say, opening this up does bring me back, and I'm totally killing for time. I could do a jump cut, but no, you're just gonna watch it live and you're gonna enjoy it. I gotta say that this does bring back major vibes of E3, and I do remember playing this game. I think my wife was off doing something else, and I was off on my own for like an hour or two. I think she was doing a play date with the PlayStation. They had some like PlayStation raffle, and she won. So I had like an hour or two to kill on my own, and I did. I went and played Biomutant, and I enjoyed it. Oh, there's more tie wraps. Why wouldn't there be more tie wraps? I could say that in the review score of this game so far, like I said, I see it sitting around a 65, maybe a 70 in Metacritic, depending on how much it went up or down. THQ Nordic is known to make more what I would call like budget type games. So that doesn't surprise me entirely that, you know, people are going to rate it a little bit more critically maybe. And, you know, now that we live in a post-COVID world, although it seems like the world's getting back to normal, doesn't it? Which is great news. You know, I suspect a lot of these games were developed at home. And maybe the QA wasn't quite there. I'm not really sure what the criticism is of the game. I haven't really looked into it. I feel like reviews give away a little bit too much lately, so I kind of steer away from them. God, there's so many tie wraps on this thing. I'm trying to get this thing. Oh, there we go. I feel like the reviews give away a little bit too much sometimes, so I try to steer away from them. But the little bit of time I played with Biomutant, it was fun. It was a fun little action combat kind of third-person game. You got to create your little character, which I guess is this hero. Although you are going to change a lot of what you are. So this is probably like the flagship hero here, but it may not be indicative of your playthrough. So let me go ahead and take a quick look at it, and then we'll do some quick zoom-ins, and I will let you guys go on your merry way. Okay, I like this. First thing I'm going to point out, we always look at the base first, which I know is kind of counterintuitive. The base doesn't say Biomutant across the front. It stands on its own, and I love that. It's got a nice action pose. The way that he's kind of holding the sword up over his hand, the sword has a lot of detailing on it. It looks like power lines running through it, some kind of like electricity, maybe like an electric sword wrapped around. I don't see any switch or anything on the hilt, but I'm sure it'll make sense when I play the game. He's got a gun hanging off, well, or she, I guess. I'm assuming it's a man, but it may not be. This character has a gun hanging down from their hip on this side. And over on this side, you have a really cool kind of like bandolier with grenades. Lots of detailing in the scarf, lots of detailing. Notice the hands are actually different. Looks like there is some sort of mutation going on with this hand that's spotted. The other one isn't. It's got a cool cloak on the back. It's got an eye patch. Nice action pose with the cape that droops all the way down past the leg and bundles up on the ground. This is a really cool, I mean, it's compact. I mean, I'm going to guess it's at most 7 inches tall, but it's a nice size. It'll definitely fit on the IKEA shelf. I do have a spot for it. I did look, knowing that this was coming. I'm happy with this. I think this is cool. I wouldn't expect much more from a collector edition from an unknown game like this. I'm glad they didn't opt for the art book. The only thing I feel like maybe we could have gotten that we didn't, it would have been nice to get a steel book. Unfortunately, I just have this standard case, which is fine. Most of my games are now PlayStation 5 games, so this is going to look like an ugly duckling on my shelf with my current played games. But the fact that it does support, you know, PlayStation 5 with the up resolution, okay, you know, up the 60 frames per second, which is great. I'm happy for that. But other than that, it looks cool. Got a little bit of DLC, got a soundtrack, got a statue. Not bad for $40. I'm not going to complain at all. And even if it wasn't an oopsie price, I still think I probably would have gotten it. So I'm just a fan of collector editions and stuff like that. So I think we'll wrap up the video here. I hope you guys found this informative and fun. Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on Biomutant. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.